every single day. Here at QVC2, we're going to offer you at 9 p.m. Eastern Time a brand new QVC2 Big Deal. Now, if you've watched QVC over the years, you may already recognize this product. It's called GP66, and we've had over 340,000 QVC customers who have picked it up. Why? Well, first of all, it works. And every family needs a good degreaser in their arsenal of cleaning products. Why? Because grease is part of life, and dirt builds up over time. The company that manufactures this is a small family-owned and operated business that makes only one product, GP66. And they didn't sell it to you, the end consumer. It was sold big time in industrial applications for cleaning things like municipal stadiums and subways and hospitals and overpasses, and they were cleaning hundreds of millions of square feet of office, retail, and industrial space every single year. Now, what we've done here in the past at QVC was make two great big 32-ounce bottles available to you, and they did well. 340,000 people picked it up. Today, this is what we're offering, because this is the new heavy concentrate. It's never been available here at QVC or at any other retailer. This 32-ounce with the spray bottle and the sprayer will actually make a total of 16 usable 32-ounce bottles. This is the best price we have ever seen for GP66. So if you're someone who has shopped for this in the past, now you're looking for an even better value, we've got it, and we've got it today and today only. Welcome, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You're wearing yours, you're taller than me again.
I know, sorry, I'll go like
Thank
this.
you. This is Kylie Watts. She is one of our cleaning experts. She's going to be a part of our program here. Let's start with what is GP66, because there might be some people who have never heard of it before.
Exactly. Well, GP66 is a great family-run company out of Baltimore, Maryland that's been around since 1966.
Really nice people, by the way.
Wonderful people, great family. And like you said, every single day they clean over 900 million square feet of offices, body shops, arenas, cafeterias, schools, you name it. GP66 was originally formulated to clean diesel engines, so it's going to tackle the toughest of stains inside and outdoors.
Right.
So I put down some permanent marker and some quick dry spray paint, and we're just going to let them sit there and dry some more and move on to one of the best applications that you will use GP66 for, and that is in your kitchen.
It's classified as a degreaser, but what makes it so unique, and one of the reasons why it is the best-selling item of its kind here at QVC or QVC2, is that you'll notice Kylie's not wearing rubber gloves. We're not having to wear a mask. It gives you industrial strength cleaning. Ooh, look at that.
Yes.
But it does it in a way that's not harsh to us.
Right. It's breaking down all of that grease and that grime on a molecular level, emulsifying that dirt. So when you're cooking, all of that grease and grime has to go somewhere. A lot of the times it lands on our counters, it lands on our, cupboards, and
Right.
this is why they don't look as good as they did the day before. When you have GP66 in your kitchen, it's probably the last kitchen cleaner you'll ever have to buy.
Again, this is the bottle that everyone knows.
Yeah.
That's what so many people have already picked up in the past, always in a set of two. This is what we're offering tonight, starting off with our new QVC2 Big Deal. This is the heavy concentrate. It's amazing because just a capful together in your spray bottle is going to be enough to give you a 32-ounce bottle of cleaner. That's enough to go around for a long time. 16 usable bottles of cleaner.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because this is the first time we've ever offered it. You can't buy the super concentrate anywhere else.
And we're not scheduled to have it come back.
Right.
This is a family-owned and operated business. It took a long time for them to put this together for us. They don't even sell it industrially like this.
No, and in fact, like you said, 55-gallon drums is how they used to always sell GP66 until we brought it here at QVC 5 years ago.
What happened to permanent marker?
That was permanent marker that we put down a few minutes ago, completely gone off of that white tile.
Right.
And I'll take it to the spray paint too, because this is an application that's near and dear to the family's heart. When they first started, well, not really first started, I mean, it was a few years in, they were actually employed by the city of Baltimore to help clean the graffiti off of buildings. So you could see that quick dry spray paint on a porous tile completely gone.
And no residue whatsoever.
Right.
So get used to this blue bottle for those of you who can take advantage of it. There is a separate phone call, a little bit different than the QVC phone number, and you'll find that it's 1-800-500-7590. And that would be your phone number to order. We have limited quantities of this as our QVC2 Big Deal of the day. That's that grease trap that's up underneath the exhaust vent, the hood. that you have in the kitchen.
Yeah, and it's funny. I love to tell the story of this. I had purchased a home that was built in the 40s, had the original kitchen and oven hood still intact. When I went into the house, it smelled like bacon, and I couldn't understand why my whole house smelled like bacon no matter what I did until I looked underneath that hood and I saw all the grease and grime, years of it. So not only did GP66 get rid of all that grease, get rid of all that grime, but it made my kitchen smell better.
Got rid of the odor as well? So now, we burned browning gravy onto the bottom of this pot.
Yeah.
And this is probably a little rougher than what you would have, but just watch because you'll see it working at a molecular level. And it is a degreaser, but it's also a wonderful stain remover. And virtually anything that we use in our homes that has soap in it also has grease in it because most soaps have animal fats.
You are right.
So this does something that a regular soap can't do. There was no rubbing and scrubbing on that at all.
Right, and I did that on purpose. Sprayed a lot more than what you would need at home, but that's because of the pot, what's on it. But this is just breaking it down, breaking down that grease and grime. And if you have pots at your home that are 20 years old and they're burnt to crisp, you're not going to get the same result. But for everyday maintenance on our pots and pans, this is a perfect cleaner.
Okay, let's talk money.
Talk to me.
Yeah, exactly. This has always been a wonderful value and a great product. There's a reason why 340,000 people have picked up the set of 2 that we've offered now for over 5 years on QVC1 or QVC. The difference today is when you purchase this blue bottle, you're getting a heavy concentrate of the GP66. Water weighs 8 pounds per gallon.
Is that a fact?
So if you're buying something that already has the water in it, you've got to pay to ship the weight of the water.
Sure.
Does that make sense? So with us being able to give you, again, it's a smaller bottle, but this will make 16 of these. 16 bottles for $27.98. And if we break the price down, our big deal of the day for QVC2, this is about $5 more than what we were charging for the set of 2, but you're getting 14 extra bottles.
It's pretty incredible.
That's the best value we have ever seen for GP66. I don't know that we will ever do this again, but think of a degreaser as the primary cleaner in your home. If you can't get it clean with GP66, you probably can't get it clean.
I'd have to agree with that. And I love that we're offering such a big capacity with the super concentrate because we hear from so many people that bought this just for their kitchen, but then they find applications everywhere. One of my favorite personally at home, because I have pets that make a huge mess, is on my carpet. So I soaked this carpet with a combination of browning gravy, soy sauce, coffee, and mud a few hours ago when I got into the studio. This is the actual color of the carpet. This isn't suds. That was the GP66 breaking that down, all of that dirt and that grime. So if you have pets or kids that spill on the carpet, this is a great pre-treater.
Now, by the way, another factor is you can dilute this heavily. If you want to put 100 parts of water to 1 part of the GP66 into, say, your Bissell cleaning machine, then you can deep clean your carpets and get that big, deep down greasiness out of it as well. What did you do to the floor here?
Well, so with this floor, this is another brutal one, probably way worse than what you'll find in your own home, but I put some grease and some shoe polish on here and let it sit up on the floor because this is what happens over time. We're just coming out of winter, we have spring cleaning, it's raining, the kids, the pets, the husbands are bringing in all the mud, and the floors start to look dingy. You can see the beauty of the wood that was there before versus what we stained this with. So with just a couple passes, all of that grease is broken down. Now it's on my rag, no longer on my floors. So all over your house, you're really going to be able to use this cleaner.
And, do you hear it?
I can hear it, yeah.
It squeaks. That's really clean. $27.98 is your price tag.
Yeah.
Again, this is an item that we'll have on QVC2 for 24 hours, and then it disappears. And even if we wanted to, we couldn't go back to the well and say, hey, make more for us quickly. This is a small family-owned and operated business. They make one item.
That's it.
They only make one thing, and that is GP66. It was created back in 1966.
Correct.
We've had 340,000 QVC customers who have picked up the 2-bottle set. This is the equivalent of 16 bottles of cleaner. And you do get a spray bottle so that you have application.
You do, absolutely. It looks just like the original bottle right here, so you can dilute it down to your preference. You can use it full strength if you have something really, really, really tough, but that is for really heavy duty cleaning. But again, coming back to the kitchen, because I think this is where it really shines, and every day I know it's gross, you don't even want to touch that. It's, what happens though, because I know for me, cleaning the oven is not fun at all. So as I spray this, you'll see it start to break down, and this is really heavy, burnt on, messy, messy stuff. I don't have to use my self-cleaning oven. I can use the GP66. It starts to break it down. I'll give it another little squirt
I don't
to
think
get through
there's
the
any
second
such
level.
thing as a self-cleaning oven.
I don't either,
really
because
don't.
they smell, and what it actually does is burn all of the mess. I feel like your house smells for days after that, but with just a couple passes, the layers of burnt-on cooking mess are now gone.
That's impressive.
Pretty impressive.
And that was a high dilution rate as well. The GP66 is an industrial cleaner. It's sold usually in 55-gallon drums to
Yes.
large municipalities, and it's used for everything from removing graffiti from walls to cleaning subways and things of that nature. Now, your cleaning needs may not be quite as industrial, but bathrooms are tough, kitchens are tough, and a little tiny bit goes an extraordinarily long, long way.
It absolutely does. And you know, in my own home, and I know a lot of people can relate to it, I have a well, which means I have a lot of iron in my water.
Okay.
I get a lot of the red, I get a lot of the calcification. This is one of the best cleaners I found in the bathroom. You can see all of that grease and grime that could be your mold and mildew in your grout lines. I took a little bit of the GP66, a scrub brush, and now it's beautiful again with very minimal effort.
Well, let's show them the value. And this kitchen floor that you're about to see, that's a real kitchen floor.
Yeah, that's my friend Mark Bruix's house.
Yep.
That is really stained like that, and it's embarrassing for him every time I tell that story, but that's how dirty it was. He got that nice and clean with the GP66 with just a couple sprays of it too. But the best part is, Dan, because you're getting the capacity to have so many bottles, you can take this indoors, you can take it outdoors, you know, on your concrete, on your siding, so many different applications throughout the home.
A good industrial degreaser is important. That's, by the way, that's Mark's back patio.
It is.
And that was just mold that had
Poor
built
Mark's
up over
house.
a winter. Yeah, I know. Well, the place looks fantastic
Now it does.
Yeah. This is for everybody, and it's tried and true. This is a new configuration. It's the first time we've ever been able to make this available. And if you're just tuning in, welcome to QVC 2. We revamped, relaunched, and on April 1st of this year, we've changed our programming schedule. We'll be broadcasting much more live broadcast.
Right.
Some of the faces that you already know, and some great products that you're going to love. What we're doing today is what's called the QVC2 Big Deal. 2 32-ounce bottles of GP66 has sold at QVC for the last 5 years as one of our top-selling cleaning products. Now, for the very first time, the heavily concentrated version, where one bottle of this makes 16 32-ounce bottles of that. It's one of the best values ever. The formulation has not changed.
It has
so
not.
we're out in the driveway.
We are, and we
It's a
brought
fake driveway,
we
I'll be
brought,
honest.
We brought the vehicle in for you because I know this is near and dear to your heart and why you love GP66.
Real quick story. QVC is what I do for a living. I've been here now for almost 28 years, but I do own an automotive restoration shop, and that's been my passion as well. I was a customer of GP66 using it to degrease motors, and it kept disappearing from the shop.
Yeah, I know where it went.
Yeah, so do I. You know my wife. So I would find bottles of it underneath the kitchen sink, and I'd say, "What, Cal? This is an industrial cleaner." She goes, "It really works great on bathroom stuff." So use it on your automobile. Use it on virtually any hard surface, and because it's a heavily diluted product, you're not paying for the water to pay for the shipping. You're just getting what's necessary to clean, and then you've got the water at home. You add it, mix it up in the spray bottle, you're ready to go.
That's right. And for your automobiles, it's one of the best cleaners for the brake dust.
Yep.
Even if I go to a car wash, I make sure that I spritz the GP66 on. You saw
Before.
when I started to do it, it already starts to break it down. You can see all of that brake dust running down. And this is something that's really hard to clean. Remember, this product was formulated back in 1966 to clean diesel engines. So if it can clean diesel engines,
Yep.
it's going to really attack a lot of the other bad stuff. So look at how beautiful and shiny we have here versus what we had before on those tires, that dingy, dark brake dust that makes our car not look as nice anymore.
Do a little vinyl siding clean.
Yes.
This is the time of year where we just got through with winter. Boy, I was ready for spring.
I know, me too.
Yeah. For a lot of, if the northern side of your home, you've got the buildup of green and sometimes black that is the occurrence of algae and mold.
Yes.
This is wonderful to work with. And because now we're talking about a heavy concentrate, instead of using it straight out of the bottle, you can mix this up to 600 parts of water to 1 part GP66. And it can be used if you want in your pressure washers.
Right.
And it does the job super effectively.
I even found, now I did a little bit of a section here too, and you could see all of that green yuckiness starts to run right off. But you can actually put this in a bug sprayer as well if you have big applications, and take it, and spray it that way as well.
Anybody who's got white gutters knows how you get the black streak on white gutters, and nothing seems to get that off. GP66 in a higher concentration gets it off well. Anyone with a travel trailer or a motor coach who gets those black streaks down the side from the rubberized roofing knows how you used to have to scrub